If you have this Acer PM1 series monitor, this is the PM161Q monitor. Apparently they have touchscreen models as well, but this one is not the touchscreen model. And you're trying to use it with USB-C like on your phone. I'll show you how. So here you can see I plug this into my Android device. I'm not sure how it works on iPhones, but this is how you do it on Android. So I'm going to show you this. Also, if you accidentally locked your screen, I'm going to show you how to unlock it. Alright, so for Android phones, at the bottom here, if on your menu, you'll have this little button. So you press that, and basically this screen will turn into your touchpad. So this lets you control the mouse cursor on the main screen. So right now you can't see what I'm doing, but basically there's a whole like Android setup with like the apps and everything. So I wish I could mirror both things at the same time, but I can't. This will tell you what the controls do. So you see this little exclamation point. If you press that, or you can rotate the screen. So if you press it twice, it rotates this. So now your thing is like vertical. So if you want to use it vertical. But anyways, we're going to make it back to the normal mode. Okay. And yeah, so if you tap this, this tells you all the different controls here. So you can left click by just tapping on the screen. It basically works as a touchpad on a laptop. Okay, if you tap with 2 fingers, it acts as a right-click menu. If you use 2 fingers, you can scroll in any direction, left, right, up, and down. Okay, if you use 3, or if you pinch, you can zoom in and out. And then you can press and hold to select objects on the screen. And then you can move them around after you touch and hold them. So basically, like if you were to grab an item on a laptop. Okay, and then if you tap with 3 fingers, it goes back. If you tap with 4 fingers, it shows the app screen, so you can open different apps. Okay, and then you can view recent or home screen by swiping up and down with 3 fingers. And then swipe left or right with 3 fingers. You can switch between apps. Okay, so there you go. And I will show you now what's on the screen. I will open an app, but I won't be able to really show you how the cursor and stuff works because I need to use my phone to record, so I can't open the touchscreen while I'm recording, sadly. Okay, so here you can see it has YouTube open with my own video there of this monitor. Okay, and you can see it runs as a desktop. You can see all the apps and stuff here. If you want, you can open your whole apps thing by clicking there. Again, this isn't the touchscreen model, so maybe I should try and find the touchscreen model. Then it would be easier. I can like just tap everything on this screen. It would be so much nicer. But you have the regular Android like back menu, like home and menu buttons. Okay, you can do the files and all of that. It basically acts as a computer here. So if you get like Word document apps and stuff, you can plug in like a dock. You can have an actual mouse and keyboard here, and then you can use that. It'll be so much easier, so much nicer. You can even use probably Bluetooth keyboard and mouse. So yeah, I do have like a keyboard mouse like combo thing, touchpad, that I could probably use with this to be able to control the whole thing, and that might make it easier. But yeah, you can see it has all the little settings here and everything like that. And now let me show you about if you accidentally lock to your device. But basically this will work as a separate Android device while you're using your phone. So pretty nice. You can run like Netflix or whatever on here while you're using your phone normally. Although the sound does come from the phone. I think if you connect like a Bluetooth device, you can set it so that it will output the sound to that instead. Alright, let me show you the menu now. Okay, so if you're going through your screen menu, so let me push the button here, and you basically push the menu button here, and then you go down, let's say, I think people might do this on accident. So you see in the OSD settings, they have this OSD lock. Okay, so if I were to go in here, and I turn this setting on, okay, if I do that, now none of the buttons on the side work. If you press it, it just says OSD locked. Okay, the way that you fix that is on the side here, you have this top arrow. So you just press and hold that button. Sorry, I'm going to turn the flash off so you can see. But when you press and hold that button, 1, 2, 3, So about 4 seconds or so, you'll get the OSD unlock, and now you're back to normal. That was very annoying because they don't give you any instructions on how to unlock that. So for people who lock it on accident, you're basically screwed. You can't even use your monitor. If you unplug it and plug it back in, the OSD will still be locked. So keep that in mind. If you're if you're playing with these menu settings and you accidentally lock yourself out, that's how you would unlock it. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.